Have you heard about Mike Doyle, the Republican candidate for the U.S. House in the 12th District, who is vying for a spot in Congress currently held by retiring Democrat Mike Doyle? Yes, different people, different parties, same name, same basic district. It's a district that includes parts of Pittsburgh and many of the eastern and southern suburbs in the Pittsburgh area. Republican Mike Doyle is a longtime Plum Borough council member from the suburbs. He's facing Democrat Summer Lee, a Pennsylvania state representative, in Tuesday's election. Now, right now, much of the area, before redistricting, is represented by Democrat Mike Doyle, who's retiring after 28 years in Congress. And he's concerned, Democrat Mike Doyle's concerned, that voters are confusing him with the Republican Mike Doyle. And Democrat Doyle is doing his best to let people know he is not running again.
My name is on the ballot, but it's not me. We are not related. We come from different parties, and we have different ideas on how the government should be run.
Republican Mike Doyle recognizes it's an issue as well.
I'd like to apologize to Mike Doyle for having him go through all this stuff. I'm sure he has better things to be doing with his time. But yeah, the name issue has been going on. A lot of people are having fun with it for quite some time. I need to differentiate myself from Summer Lee, not Mike Doyle.
The Republican Doyle is pointing to his record of public service. He says he's not trying to ride Democrat Mike Doyle's coattails. He says he has had to assure voters that he's not a Democrat. But this is a heavily Democratic district, and Summer Lee's campaign has accused the Republican Doyle of trying to maximize the confusion. They claim he doesn't say he's a Republican on his campaign logo, website, or yard signs.
It is, I don't want to say even unexpected, but it's an unfortunate twist, right? It's inconvenient, but again, everyone gets to run. But the reality is that it really is a situation that causes a lot of confusion.
Lee's campaign manager says the name confusion has been the top conversation that staffers and volunteers are having while knocking on doors. And Lee's campaign ad talks about it. The Cook Political Report, which provides nonpartisan political analysis, has moved the district from solidly Democrat to likely Democrat, citing in part the name confusion, plus Lee's particularly progressive views, and redistricting, bringing in more conservative voters from the suburbs. Back with me, Republican strategist Alison Young and Democrat Jared Leopold. Alison, have you ever seen anything like this before, and how do you think it's going to impact the race?
Listen, Dan, this is Pennsylvania, and we seem to always be teeing up these stories for the rest of the nation. Nothing surprises me anymore, but you know, everyone's going to be crying foul the day after Election Day on this. But the fact of the matter is, Summer Lee does have far left views, and while this is a solidly Democratic area, Pittsburgh and Allegheny County in general, the district was recently redrawn. So to some people, Mike Doyle is not a familiar name, and so she's far left. Mike Doyle is closer, is a more moderate candidate. So I think attracting some of the people that are just totally confused about where to go, whether he's Republican or Democrat. So this one, everyone's going to be complaining about the day after. This will be armchair quarterbacked for weeks.
Yeah, but Jared, this is a real issue. I mean, you know, I think it's funny and it's sort of interesting, et cetera, but it is a real issue. Is it not, that people will think they're voting for Mike Doyle, their current member of Congress, when they're actually voting for someone of the opposite party?
Well, first of all, I just want to make sure I'm doing this interview with the right Dan Abrams, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Look, I think that it is an important thing. It's one of the things that's crazy about politics that, you know, Alison and I have been through for a long time, is you always have these unique challenges where you need to spend your time informing voters, hey, that Mike Doyle with an R next to his name is different from the Mike Doyle that you've seen on the ballot 14 times with a D next to his name. So, you know, that's I think an important thing for them to close down the stretches to make sure that those voters know. And
you know, I'm not saying they look alike, but you know, they're around the same age. Let's put up the pictures again of the two of them. I mean, I'm not suggesting that people are going to confuse the two, but you know, you're at least in the same ballpark with these two guys, right? I mean, isn't that part of the issue? I mean, this is bizarre. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.